Hello and welcome to another Indie Sunday. This week we're going to be playing the Banner Saga. As you can see up there, there's already a third game of it out. This game is actually from 2014, but I'd never heard of it before until I was helping a friend look for a Nintendo Switch game recently, and saw that and thought, okay, looks interesting. It's on Steam as well. It's only €5 at the moment until January the 5th, I think. So I thought, sure, never heard of it. And if I haven't never heard of it, chances are some of you won't have either. So let's play it. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped: the sun. Stoic.
Að sjá dreggjan á ferli neðan vor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Those guys are tall. You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings, click the check mark to continue. That's quite nicely designed. Okay. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active. The blue tiles around him show where you can move. Some characters fill more tiles than others. The horned allies are a race of giant called Val who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Click the tile you want to move to, then click the check mark to confirm. Move your shield banger here to get him into attack range. To target an enemy, click the tile on which they stand. Ally tiles are blue, the enemies are red. Target this enemy now by clicking his tile. You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The numbers beneath each icon show the damage you will do to that stat. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Armor blocks strength damage but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open them up to take more damage in the future. This enemy has only 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Click the fist now to attack his strength, then confirm your choice. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate even if you are outnumbered. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By clicking on gold tiles, the character can move further than usual, at the cost of 1 willpower per gold tile. Red, pulsing tiles beneath your enemy show how close you'll have to get to be in range. Move your Warhawk into attack range now. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Click your Warhawk's tile to access his ability. By clicking your character's tile will bring up all of his combat options, including move, ability, attack and end turn. Click the purple ability icon now. Tempest. The ability description appears in the tooltips below. The Warhawk's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. Select an enemy and then confirm your choice. Pillage. That made quick work of the chieftain's bodyguards. When there is only 1 enemy left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. That doesn't sound like a smart idea. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your shield banger won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. Click the chieftain's tile to attack. Click the fist and then the stars above the fist to add willpower. The number of stars available each turn are determined by your exertion stat. You'll see the damage number go up as you add willpower. Click a star and then the green check mark to kill this enemy. Victory. So I take it renown is a general sort of resource that you can then use to improve whichever character you want and not something that's unique to or specific to every character.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. 12 families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his lust. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off, it just grows a new head. I'm in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Chapter 1. Only the sun has stopped. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. What did you have in mind, Eric? Scoffings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Click the market tent to visit the merchant. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Coloured canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scoffing's chieftain bled out about an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. I don't talk to. They don't talk to me. Eric, need some help here. Had, I had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. Had sweats visibly, fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? Sure. You toss a sliver of silver on the table. Both men look at you with surprise. Had gestures meekly to a variety of junk from his stall. Take whatever you like. Only thing I'd like is the name of a place. Nobleman, up by East Wall. But that was months ago, last I know. Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel. Disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. All you done here? Gunnar, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought them while you were walking around. Why? No reason. Gunnulf goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, that man of yours seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be scoffing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a mead hall. Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these scars in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? What a luxury. Come on, you have already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. You arrive in front of what must be Nobleman. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Volgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get it over with. That's the spirit, says Volgard. Okay, here we go. Volgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Scoffings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead stains in the process. Okay, I am ready indeed. Oh, yeah, good. Can you attack going here? Probably not. Well, I guess we'll see. Even if you can't, it won't matter. No, he can't. No, how do I go out of that? Stone wall. What exactly does stone wall do? Blocks damage to strength and armor for 1 round. Sure. Alright, Eric. Can I see your ability somewhere? There. Light step, rally gives willpower to allies at any range. I'd like to see your attacks. Ideally. There I can. Attack, rally, move. Okay, that's it. Move, please. Can't really get in range here, can I? Who's the one who's got the next turn? This guy? One of these two. You know what? We've got a lot of willpower, sure. Can I attack both of them? I guess we'll see. I think I can just choose which of them to attack. Yep. No attack. Just do it normally. Ow. Alright, shield banger. Sure. Go on, move there. And attack this guy. Yeah, 2 attacks will be enough to get rid of him. You, Gunnulf. Why can he not move further? Can't attack anyone like this. Tempest. Wait. Strike adjacent enemies. I want to make that smaller. Oh, I can just do that, I guess. Yeah, but I can't attack anyone. God damn it. End turn. Okay, Vargard. What abilities do you have? Shield wall, stone wall. Well, it's not particularly useful. Go after him. And attack. Yeah. I could have probably killed him. Well, no matter. Okay, Eric. He's got 5 strength left. Oof. That's not good. I'd rather move away. And rally him, sure. Alright, shield banger. No, don't, not this guy. Can break this guy's armor. Sure. Alright. Now is the time. Let's go over here. Can I turn the camera here? Do I have that as a setting somewhere? No, I don't. What is this anyway? Oh, that's just the options menu. I can't attack any of them from here. Are you serious? Can I attack him at least? Oh, there needs to be some way to... Anywhere to move around this. Yeah, but I want to turn it. Of course I don't have a gamepad, but... Oof. If there's no option to turn this, then that would be awful. Because you need to be able to turn things to see what you're doing. We'll get rid of him. Alright, Valgard. Wait, so does it also not work diagonally? Oof. Actually. That just goes up to 4. Alright, break his armor then. Alright, Eric. You're not gonna do any damage, are you? Yeah. I guess you can break his armor. Okay, he has 6 left. Do 4 to him, do 3. Why can he not use... Can he use willpower? Yes, he can. Okay, get rid of him. Alright, Gunnulf. Move forward then. Now we can use Tempest. Sure. Oh. Huh. So friendly fire is definitely a thing here. I see. Well, good to know. Get rid of him. Eric, you're pretty dead, are you? We should probably rally. That being said... Yeah, you should. But who... Him. Sure. I think that didn't do anything. Can you potentially not increase someone's willpower beyond their maximum like this? Looks like it. Get rid of him. Vargard. Yeah, you can eliminate him, can't you? Yep, you can. Pillage. Oh, Eric's dead. He's not? Okay, somehow, for some reason, attacked his armor and not him directly. Which is fine, I guess. And just do 1 damage. And Gunnulf can eliminate him. So Eric somehow survived this. Victory. I got a couple of achievements for killing people with a certain character. And Gunnulf can promote, whatever that means. I guess we'll figure out after this. There they are. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's window onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well. Vognir, next to Val kingship last we spoke. Jetta flag looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long? Ah, things make a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Volgard hustle from the meat house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spare of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down at the docks. There we are. The docks. Vognir. A familiar Val steps onto the docks. In your mind you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Grovheim, abundant in purpose. Gods, Ubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old. And if there's Vognir there, must be Hakon. Muster. Still bleeding, tributes from the poor and stupid old yaks. At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Jorundur demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grovheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Aberrung, in fact. I'm glad for it. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering. Golden wolf head emblazoned on red. The king of men, or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son Ludin. Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Grovheim. I have the distinct feeling I've finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What's he trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where is Moger? Hakon, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few, others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Moger. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of boy he grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grovheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. Weariness suddenly sets in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Vognir's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Val who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Ludin. Yes, you're with Vognir? I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Vognir for a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grovheim with my guards. Ludin looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying ties to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? Just to introduce myself. You collect taxes for the Val territories? A true pleasure. Yes. An awkwardness hangs in the air like a thick fog. You take the opportunity to depart. Alright, Hakon. Scrivener. You find Hakon in a mead house surrounded by other Val. Strand is no stranger to Val, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon. Vognir is the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the great hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Huh, humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yoxfart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon let slip a low chuckle. Any Val could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swathe through dredge at Vognir's side in the Second War and regularly since then. Down here I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point, just another reason to get back to Grovheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the meat house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Can I click anything up there, by the way? Renown? Great morale? Days of supplies? No. I can't. Where do I have to go to rest? Oh, the Great Hall, perhaps? At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply levers. All there, just as promised to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that? Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Vognir is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Moger steps forward, Vognir's quartermaster. If you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. Yep, we are. You follow Moger and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think. Off we go. And the days pass, and the morale declined. We've got quite a few more people here than we had before. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Moger, cracking open meat casks. From our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the meat is passed throughout camp. We'll drink a little. You go easy. You've nothing against a good drink, but if anyone is going to keep an eye on things, it may as well be you. The revelers eventually fall asleep without incident. And the morale improved. You rise groggily, the campsite a casualty of merriment. Moger is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up. You nudge Vognir. You're needed. Ah, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Vognir releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grovheim? We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on a map. This is the map of the world. You can explore it by dragging the mouse to pan and using the mouse wheel to zoom. Okay, this looks pretty big. The location of your caravan is indicated here by Ubin's icon. So we came from Strand, and where are we going? Grovheim. It's quite a while away. I don't think our supplies are going to be enough. The world map is covered with many locations and holds much lore. You can explore the map at any time, clicking on locations for more information. The Wandering Road. At the end of the First Great War, the Vaal had more to contend with than mankind to the south. Above the Bratterbrek peaks, the lands crawled with furious, war-minded dredge. The first Val King Einar led the entire Val race across the snowy fields of the Wandering Road, sweeping away dredge as they went, before forming the first Val kingdom at Einartoft. Okay. When you've finished researching the world map, click this button to return to travel or to camp. We head north, then east past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand, going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Ludin. Why not take the ships to Skirmestead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skirmestead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge prints. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Ludin exhales through the nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Vognir. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off to. Ludin's got a shorter wick than Hakon. Thanks, Vognir. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vedefell if we're lucky. If we're lucky. Camp. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. Okay, good. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to get back to the road. Okay. Let's click the hero's tent. Click on the units to view stats, promote ranks, and learn about abilities. Click on the ability button to learn about the unit's abilities. Okay, yeah. Oh, you can rank them up. Hits up to 2, up to 3, up to 4 enemies. And passive ability heavy impact. The character hits so hard that any enemies standing adjacent to his target on a strength attack take 1 strength damage from the shockwave. Okay. Promote. The greatest warriors on the battlefield are those who live past their first battles to start a journey down the path to legend. Higher stats and increase item rank. Sure. Yep. This unit has points available to spend on improving stats. Activate one of the plus buttons above. Is that a stat cap? That's interesting. I've not seen stat caps, like generally hard caps like that, in ages. Sure, we'll increase his strength more. Okay, I can't improve anyone else. Alright. And then, I mean, it could train. Turn order. Units move in the order you place them, from left to right. This initiative order is very important when setting up strategies. For example, put archers after the melee units so that they can stay safe behind your heavy hitters. Drag the unit icons to rearrange the turn order. Yep, they are all melee units, aren't they? Actually, I'm not sure. Mogre? Shieldmaster. That sounds like a melee unit. Yep. Alright. Wait, no, that's not what I want. Resume. Actually, can I save? I can load. I can't save. Ugh. I always hate games when you never know. By the way, can I not exit this? That seems weird as well. Okay. I guess we're doing a mock battle then. I can end training here. Training tent. The training tent allows you to test your party against a team of clansmen of equal power. Training fights never injure your allies or grant renown, but they do let you test strategies and safety. The trainer will give hints about playing effectively and has something to say about each ability. Come here to test out new characters as they join you. Okay. Whose turn even is it? Oh, I need to say I'm ready. Yeah, I can just walk here, attack once, and it's fine. Yeah, I don't need training. Whatever. Ends. Okay. We can technically rest, or we can leave. I'm still wondering though, can we really not save? Actually, if we load, what was the last save? Does it save when a day passes? Presumably. Okay. Well, we'll leave then.
Winterfell. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Okay. Peasant. By Hardenberg, that's a lot of all for some missing cattle. What? Couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boy's seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Scoffings out here, maybe? Could I have all working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camp set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of all? Are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You're thinking of squatting. Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up. Hear that? Where's Ludin? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Hakon takes off at a run. Oh, that doesn't look good. Clicking any tile will automatically make a path, but you can also set waypoints. Click once to make a waypoint. Now select the next waypoint. This is often useful when you need to avoid certain tiles. Now confirm the move. Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Click the top right banner to compare your stats with the enemy. Now click the enemy to target. Wait, click the top right banner. This one? Okay. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher than your strength, there is a 10% chance the attack will be deflected. Notice the chance to hit shown above the attack button. Attack this enemy's strength. Do I really want to do that? Doesn't sound like a smart move. Deflected attacks do no damage. From here on out you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor is equally important. Rest in peace, Ludin. Okay. Hakon. Yep, walk here. And attack. Wait, what does his... Sundering impact. Added strength and armor damage to target and adjacent enemies. Sure. That wasn't great. Okay, Gunnulf. Help out a bit here, will you? Okay. Sure. We gotta decrease his armor first. Ow. That hurts. Mogar, you walk over there. You can deal with the others. Bring the pain, what does that do? Breaks an enemy's arm and punishes enemies for retaliating. Sure, start with that. Ow. Okay, Hakon. I should have used my willpower there. Okay, Gunnulf. Do you have Tempest? That's not quite ideal. Move. No, that wouldn't really help me much, would it? He doesn't really do much, does he? Alright, we'll take down his armor one more. Yeah. Okay. Moga. I think it's about time we attack. Oh, I'd only do 1 damage still. Okay. That's fine. Hakon. Seven damage, please. That should increase our chances a lot. Or do we... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's not a lot of damage they do anymore. Who's got the next turn? It's this guy. Yeah. Reduce his strength by a lot. Mogre. Go after this one. Again, same thing. Hakon, this one's now the next to have a turn, so we'll get rid of it. 1 willpower star is added to your horn. Using the horn will give 1 willpower to active ally. Okay. Mogre. He's the next to have a turn. I have no willpower though, so I'd rather... can't eliminate him. Well, whatever. We've won this battle at this point. Hakon, he's the next. Can you damage him enough? I'm not close enough to him. That's the problem. Yes, you can. Pillage. And he's dead. Victory. Your renown grows. Alright. Promotion for Hakon. And Gunnulf has been injured. Yeah, probably should have put more shield points into him, now that I think about it. You're trying to get yourself killed, Ludin? What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. You never seen a dredge before, boy? What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hakon goes to where Vognir lies face down. The future of Val King lies motionless aside from a spreading pool of blood. Vognir's dead. Chapter 2. Cut with keen-edged sword. And that will be where we're ending this week's Indie Sunday. I'll probably continue playing Chapter 2 for next week. If it saves properly. But I think it should do if I'm ending it here. This gives you a quick little spoiler for part 2 here. But we're ending it here. No more spoilers. And wait, I can actually check. Yeah, that should be fine. And with that, I hope you enjoyed watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.